But y'all let me know when y'all can see my screen. So let's go through a few key rules when trying to trade power hour. Well, I'll give people like another minute and then I'll get started. Once we get 10, we can start. But I'm just looking at SPX and SPY. And XPX is the bigger mover as long as you're on the right direction. So that's what I like to look at. I am using the mobile algo indicator, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. And then if we were not using it, what could be some of your ranges or looking for buy zones. But with the mobile algo indicator, you can see on SPX and SPY. Let me make sure this is on. 5 minutes. Oh, that's on extended hours. Hold on. Move this out the way. And y'all let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Everybody hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. So spot on the 5 minute. I like to look at the um SPX on the 1 minute. It just lets you see the reversals a little bit faster and be able to get out because it's moving so fast. So when I'm trading it, I'll go to the higher time frame to look at kind of like the setup here. So I know this is gonna be my target for like an exit. Why didn't it print?
Mm.
Okay, so right here, so even when I go to the lower time frame, I'll still see that's where my target areas are. That's on the 5 minute, but again, those reversals come so sharp and so quick when you need to take profit on SPX. So I'll drop down to a 1 minute over here. I can still see where these should execute at. There go. You can see now on the 1 minute, it's right in that demand zone. So getting this to drop down to 64.80. You could probably go 64.75 if it stays below that line. And then the same if we go back over here on the 5 minute with the algo on SPY. Again, we got that demand zone right here at 645. And you got a target area right here. Now, if you are trading SPX, if you're trading power hour, we might get a move from two to 2:30 Central Time, but usually it's closer to that 2:30 once the other positions have been closed out, and you can get like a little 5, 6 minute trade and have your contracts go, 100, well over 100%, because it's usually a sharp reversal from what direction you're going in or a bounce off of a level. When you're doing that, you can do that in other brokerages. You're not going to be able to do that in Fidelity. They don't let you do 0 day DTE on their side. Moomoo, you should be able to, but I do not recommend this in Robinhood. If you're doing this trade, if you're doing it before 2:30, Robinhood is fine. If not, Robinhood is going to execute and liquidate that position at 2:30. Weeble does not do that often if you're green, but I would test it with a very cheap contract. Don't come in here doing this on a $400 contract doing power hour to get one of those, sneak plays. You want to do it on affordable contracts that are still in the money, but again, these are late in the day. So once we get profit, we want to take it. If y'all go back and look at the trade I did yesterday, it went over 100 and something percent, but as soon as I closed it, that reversed and ran to the upside. So this is something you need to practice before you start just jumping in and like, oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire every power hour. Because sometimes power hour can be sour hour. So don't just get caught up thinking, oh, that's where you're gonna get all your money. So again, once I have my targets, plot them on my chart, then I see what contracts I can take. Power hour is not going to be for your super out of the money play. You need to be right in the money on SPY. On SPX, you can go a little out, but SPY, you want to be right there. So let's say we're thinking puts, I got those lower level puts. Let's say we get a pullback. We're only going 645p. No, 646p. 645 is all the way down here. That means it has to break through that demand zone. Kind of unlikely unless it's sharp drop. But the 646p is gonna be your best friend. The demand zone down here, we can see XPX is dropping, and we can look at those contracts um, and see what is viable. Oh, if I was looking at SPX, anybody have a preference, SPX or SPY? Or y'all want both? No
SPX.
preference? Okay,
Sorry, I
let's
can't come
do
off
that.
mute fast enough.
Okay, let's do SPX. So SPX, you already see the 6480. Let's look at the contracts and potential for that. So 6480 right in the money is 440 bucks. If I go anything, oh shoot, I'm on calls. Let me go put. It's 210. So 210, I probably put this contract in and set it for like 300, 310, and then get out, like make me $100. I'm getting in the contract and getting out. We're gonna watch that trade move. 6470 is $45. That one is a viable one too. If it continues to fall, the more it pushes up, the more that premium is gonna dead out on it. So this is where, your patience has to come in, but taking your profit is very much so important. So we're gonna watch the 6480 and the 6470. Right now they're 245. I'm gonna screenshot it so I can drop it, and we'll see how this is break it down. SPY is already curved out on the 5 minute. We had a break of structure, so I could look for it to come down to here. So we'd be in a 646p. That 646 put is 80 bucks. You could also probably go 645. I wouldn't go lower than 645, but the 646 put is $80. So we just watch it again. I have my price target. I know I'm getting out. You should be out at the demand. This is gonna make a decent amount of money if we get this knife fall right here to demand. Cause why? That's where buyers are sitting at. You don't see it over here on SPY. This is where the demand is here. This is where it is here. Got like a $10 move on, well, a dollar move, two and a half. And this is what I watch for, but I like to wait to get closer to 230. The closer I can get to it, that way I'm not lingering in my premium and having it kind of be undecided. If I'm up on the day, I can just go ahead and get into it. If you're down on the day, wait as close to 230 that you can get it as possible. On Weeble, you can wait to almost 239 and still get the contract. Take that little last late minute trade, watch it drop or pop, and then get back out quickly. I've had some where I'll wait for it to go and then hold it to the close and it drops some more, or go further in that direction. So you can always grab two and leave one runner. But anytime we're hitting all-time highs, you're gonna have some profit taking. So we hit higher highs today. We get the week high on the Mocha Algo indicator telling us, okay, we see the change of direction. We're gonna get another break of structure. And we should kind of see this is where we popped up from previously. It's almost making it for us that H pattern curve down, and we're getting right down to our target area. So those put contracts on SPY, they were 80 bucks. They're up $2, $1. Not moving much. Again, you're dealing with power hour. So the premium, unless we get it in a timely manner, the premium is gonna start to kind of eat away at us. That's why I be like, it needs to fall like right now so I can get my target. Because if it doesn't move fast enough, by the time we get here, we'll still be at break even. So as we're talking, that was at like 208, and we had not reached 246.55. Let's see what it is when we get there. Okay. See XPX, we got the setup. We knew it is going to where we wanted. XPX, if you guys got in, had those contracts moved. We're at 250. The 6470 are at 60 bucks. We're almost at target. Again, you almost good to exit if you got in there at 260. I saw them go back down to 190. They're at 260, 50 bucks, 3 minutes. Go on about your day. This is why I like Power Hour so much, because you can see it. Boom, boom. Come on, 310. Give us 310, 100 bucks. It's almost at target. So the split screen that I'm using, you have to have the higher version of TradingView, but it does help you kind of manage both a little bit better when you can see it. So now we're inside of demand. You're like, why is SPY bouncing back up? We're in demand on SPX. We're not in demand on SPY. We could continue to drop. So there's the next target loaded. Here's my initial TP was in demand. That's TP1. This is like, I say TP2 here and then TP3, but we're right here at a support area. There's the first target on SPY. Let's go back to those contracts. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. And I was not in. $600. We just watched 16 go to 600 and some dollars. There's SPY. 64.80. That's why I like Power Hour sometimes. We hit all the levels. So 64, 646. It went from $80 to 119. And it's over for, there's the target. TP1, TP2, another demand. Damn, I should have been in it. Damn, that's why I be like, I don't be wanting to talk to y'all. Yeah, I'll just stay and trade by myself. Yeah.
Why we didn't get in that chat?
Well, I'm teaching. Y'all could have.
Man, I was waiting on my little entry. I'm like, dang girl, you missed out.
Yeah, it would have been
That,
out.
that,
But this
I'm
is
trying
why
to
I
wait
want to show
for.
y'all this and watch it over so y'all can see how fast these plays play out. So again, had you got in this trade and just set it at 100%, or like that's what I do. Like I don't I go in, boom, I don't put no stop loss. I just set it at 100% and then I put the TP in for Webull and I'm done. You can do the same thing in Robinhood. Get in the trade and then hit the sell button at 100% and then get out because you're not trying to fight with this back here. Now you're trying to go back in and reset your order so you can get out because this is going against you. And you can see if you were on a 5 minute, yeah, you don't want to be stuck over here trying to figure this out in a 5 minute candle because this is moving really quick. You can stay on the five with SPY, but over here we don't want to be in it. So we got the sell order block. Again, that was a beautiful, beautiful trade. Let me actually go take a screenshot of the next price of those contracts because damn it, boy. Those are beautiful. 215, $50 contracts to 220 and 215. And it still has some more downward movement. Why? Again, we hit all-time highs. People are gonna profit take. That's what they do. And we're into demand now. Can it drop again? Yes, if they break through this demand zone, I told y'all the area. There's the lower target right there. Oh crap. Not what I was trying to hit. But again, SPX is moving faster, so make sure you are on that lower time frame. Oh, got some stuff. Both. I got in Hannah. I was in and out. Thanks, Sean. 901, but yeah. Oh, I'm glad y'all saw it. Again, this is why I wanted to show y'all guys. I can't. We ain't been on here 5, 10 minutes. Boom, we done. If I close the Zoom right now, they'll be like, "What happened?" They're like, "Hell, we made $600. We out of here. I'm not talking to nobody else. I'm done for the day." But y'all had to see it in real time how fast it goes when you're trading power out. This is speed dating. You are not marrying this play. Speed date. We in and out. I'm in here. I'm looking at the trade. I'm saying, okay, this is good. They talk nice to their mama. They pay their bills on time. Cool. We can go date number two. Move on. Now we at the table number two. Okay. I'm in for a call. Let's see how this is going. Oh, do we get a red flag? Are we in? Are we staying? Got some buyers coming in there, but these positions are not in long. You're gonna get one or two, and you're gonna see it. If we had a got in at the initial setup, we got a break of structure. We're holding under. Once it cracked this line, once we're here, we were in. This could have been a TP1 that was the target. Because remember, we're trading from the 5 minute. We were looking at this right at 2 o'clock. Exit one, exit two. This was just extra icing on the cake. So that's why we set a target on the 5 minute. We dropped down to the one to get it. But this is not a this is not an everyday setup. It doesn't happen every day. Sometimes it can be slower, but when you can take advantage of it, it can be beautiful. Yeah, that's all you got to do. It doesn't, you don't have, I tell you, I said 20, 30%. We not trying to, look, because by the time you blink trying to get more, it's gone. But when you're trading SPX, if you took 20 or 30% on spot, great. You can still take it on SPX, but this is going to move so fast with that premium. I just recommend, do 50%, 100%, get in the trade, and then immediately go set your sale order. That's the best way to do this during power hour. Immediately go sell it. How do you do that? So let's say I got in the contract for 50. I'm gonna go right back into that order and I'm gonna go put sale at 100. It's gonna say your bid lower, probably not gonna feel. I don't care. Once it does its move, it's gonna close me out. Now, what if it went to 300%? We don't have nothing to do with that. I don't have nothing to do with that. You got what you wanted. Because the first day you come in here and you put 200% and it only go 150 in the reverse, you're gonna be sick. 100%, 50 and 100%. A lot of times, I'm not gonna say guaranteed, but about 92% of the time, 150 and 100%. Over that, it can vary. I haven't tried to put in two orders on SPY. Like if I put one sale order at 50 and one sale order at 100, we might could try that. If anybody's tried that, let me know. Can we keep this as a if 10 people show up every time and I'm gonna keep track, yeah, we can keep doing this on Power Hour. Y'all like this? Y'all,
Yes.
what the song say? You don't love me. Y'all just want a speed date. This is fine. But yeah, we can get it. We can get it. But anytime I see a setup, that's why I say this information is so valuable. Yes, we can day trade. No, we don't have to sit on the chart all day. Again, we got on here at 2 o'clock at 2:15. We were done. That was somebody's mortgage. That was somebody's car note made in like 3 minutes. Boom, we saw it out the way. Did we sit on the chart all day? No. We just decided to get on at 2:15. We gone. It's time to go get in the school pickup line and pick up our kids. We were done. But again, does it happen every day? No, but it does work. Oh, I got you, Rich. So am I confident that this is a reversal? How do I know this is a reversal? Well, we found a support. We hit demand. We've closed above our two targets. Where's going to be the next target? Can it get back up to the high of the day? We wait for a rejection. This would have been another scalp to this side. This would have been entry. This would be your TP1. Here's your TP2 now because you can see the sell blocks. Again, if you do not have the mogul algo indicator, go back into my channel and put algo so I can drop the link in there. I'm gonna drop it in there in just a second. But get your algo, get your 14-day trial of the algo. If it don't work for you, cool. And I even say this, anybody that signs up for if you sign up for a monthly, I'll give you 30 minutes and we'll go over the the mogul algo indicator. If you sign up for the yearly, hey, we got one or two. You do yearly, I'll give you a whole hour. You do the lifetime, I'll give you two or three. Because you might need a little bit more help. Let me drop the link in my channel. Oh, and if you're struggling, this is the last week for the $60 one-on-one. On the 1st of September, they go to 100. They're gonna stay at 100. If anybody wants to do my mentorship to the public, my mentorship is $1,000, and I'm giving everybody $100 off for my birthday. Mogul Algo members, if you want the mentorship, it is much cheaper. I got two spots at 700 because people did not pay before their deadline. So that's if you need hand holding, you need to understand charting, you need your own custom trading plan, you need to find out a system that works for you. You should send me a DM to get one of those two $700 spots. On September 1st, my mentorship will be 2K. And it will be 8 weeks one-on-one, but it will go to 2K on the 1st. I guess Mogul Algo, I guess y'all still get it at 1,000. But anybody in the public is going to be 2,000. Secret, y'all. I'm gonna do recordings. I'm gonna start recording. I'm gonna do an automated course. It's just so you guys can see this, so you can learn how to properly handle the market at different hours. Because you'll go on some YouTube channels and they'll tell you, don't trade power hour. That's not safe. I don't know what's not safe about 50 to like $600. You just got to know what you're doing. So I'll be putting all of this in an automated course and keep building it out. The more techniques and strategies that I find, they will be added to the course. Not sure if I'm gonna do lifetime or yearly access, but we'll see. But yeah, y'all ready for the next setup? Somebody tell me what time should we be getting in? Should I be getting in right now?
No.
No.
30.
What are we waiting on? If you late, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it because y'all didn't know it, but that's just for anybody who didn't come on in the very beginning. What are we waiting on? Somebody said it. What we waiting on?
Waiting on it to cross.
We waiting on it to cross, but we're also waiting on closer to 230. Right now, we're probably going to consolidate, and they're waiting on those contracts. So it's just going to bounce back and forth until because we don't know anything until SPX closes above this level. We're not doing them, but we know exit is going to be right here. This is going to be a short, sweet $2 move right here because there's sellers right here and there's sellers right here. If it rejects right here, we know we're coming back down here. It's going to be a take profit, and we might get a retrace to right here. So right now, I don't see anything. I don't know anything that could happen. And sometimes y'all need to look at it too, like what do I see? What can I make of it? And when you can't make of it, none of us gurus or analysts, we can't make any of it either. It's quite natural. Do you see it and can you take it? There's a that's the level. Once we got it, once we were above it, we were good. Once we got below it, boom, we're back down. So I kind of think it might want to retest the low again. Because if I bought in, I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to throw my bias and get y'all off. Do I get biases? Yes. I do have my biases sometimes, but it's just because I've been trading spots so long. So again, this is one of those times like, okay, you could take your lunch at noon, but you could probably take your 15-minute, eat a snack, and then take your lunch break at 2 to 2:30 and probably get you a trade in. All right, you see that kind of curve? That's why I say we can't be you're speed dating, but you need some confluence. Everybody would have been hopping in cars going back up, but if you didn't get in kind of over here to here, I wouldn't get in right there just yet. Not for a call. I need more confirmation because I know that's resistance right there. Same for SPY. SPY is sitting here. Should I get a 647 call to 647.33 again, or will it come down here? I want to see it close first. There's no need for me to rush it. I got 5 minutes to let this thing teeter back and forth. Let's look at the contracts. If we're looking at a 64.85, they five. Hold on. 64.85 is 125 and 64.90 is $40. Another thing, when you're trading zero DTE, at the end of the day, things become a whole lot more affordable. A lot of you guys think contracts and y'all are try to trade at the beginning of the morning, and you don't have as much capital, and then you'll just trade out of the money and you won't see the profit in return because theta eating away at you and then just having a poor strike. Wait till this last hour with your smaller capital and then grow your account like this. But again, you have to be swift. Once you see the profits, you take it. Now, as this candle is closing on the 1 minute, they'll be like, oh, I can get in for a call. Well, it is above our resistance, but this candle is red. So that's having us lean toward the downside. It is a close above, but we need to see a candle in the direction that we're going in with that color to let us know that that's the way we should be going. So I want to see a bullish candle, a bullish candle above my resistance line as a trend above that level. If I don't get a bullish candle, I know that buyers are not buying right there and sellers are selling there, and that's going to bring price action down. So these will be the most anxiety feel like 5 or 6 minutes you will take if you are on the wrong side and you're not being patient with the setup. If we on puts on SPX, 64.75, 64.70. I like the 64.70 again because if we get in the money to right here, that's gonna be beautiful. 64.65 is $40. But again, we want to wait for confirmation. Just because it's cheap don't mean it's gonna make us some money. Again, don't do this trade in Robinhood because once you get in, it is going to close you out. You need to do this in Moo, Thinkorswim, or Weeple. Spy is gonna probably be cheaper. Let's go back and take a look. But Spy on the 5 minute is sitting on the 50. We're under the 200, which is good. We're sitting at the 50. We'll probably get another retest like this line right here. We went right down. The wick went right down to the 200, and this is VWAP. So again, first target would be take the put. First exit would be VWAP. Second exit would be the 200, and then this is just icing on the cake. But we need for it to break or do something at the 50 and before we just jump into it. But puts 645 is 89, 646 is 89, 645 is 56. And like I said, for the call side, you want to be in the money. 647 is 100, 648 is 59. But right now it's still teetering. It did not close below or above that level for us to take the trade yet. And we can also have it just stay right here. It can trade sideways. Oh, there it goes. No, I'm not in this. We're on the 230. All right, let's watch those contracts. I'm gonna go back to SPX. It is sitting above the 50 now, and it's looking bullish. It's curving up. I do like it. So we're looking at 140 for the 64.85 and $40 for the 64.90. Anybody playing earnings for Nvidia?
Chaz, you read my mind. I was just looking at that.
Let's go look at it while this is moving around. How do I play earnings? I don't a lot. It's 50-50 risk. If you got some money to gamble and you're up this week, do it. If you don't do it. But I like to go and look at it. We're gonna cut the indicator off and go on a daily. So the lower the support is about right here on that wicket. It's 168, I'll say like 170. And then we're at all-time highs. The market is bullish right now. When I see the market's up and tech is up and we are looking for a pullback, sometimes that happens. If they wanting to push the market higher, it could go. So most people or most contracts are going to be sitting at 190 or 200 or to the bottom side, the 170. Also, they could clap everybody up and just they just go flat. What do I see for this case? It could be a 50-50. I have not been keeping up with most of the tech news for Nvidia or like the IBM, all of them. So it's a little 50-50 in the air. I just looked at some of the contracts on both sides. They're kind of even, Steven. But market is running hot. This could be something to pull us back or it opens flag again. Whenever I think one way, it could go the other way. So I say grain of salt. Also, I like to look at the ATR. So our ATR is $5. I usually give it a little room. So again, $10. We got a possibility to 190. And we got a possibility to 170. I'd stay right here in my range of where we could go. We either hit new highs, go flat, or possibility to that low. There is a target on SPX. Let's go back to those contracts. The SPX contracts. Did they move it all? Again, we're fighting theta, so we don't. Let me see if those contracts move. Nope, they haven't moved. Now we moved to our target, and if you look at the contracts, they just moved up $10. The 64.90 is now 50, and the 64.85 is now $60, and it's moving now. But they're not moving a lot. Theta's just kind of draining the contract. I'm looking at it in real time. We're about to hit the resistance area. Let's see if it'll get $60 on that 64.90. Almost, it's gonna get to 60. One more push. Set 55. The 64.85 is 180, 185. You know, we got sellers right there. One more push, that should go to 60. But it's got to do it now. Again, we're fighting theta. Yeah, I mean, earnings is risky. It's almost a 50-50 on your account. The contracts are cheap. Like if it was Tesla earnings, I'd trade Nvidia. I mean, I'm sorry, I trade TSLL where it would be way more affordable. Nvidia, I mean, I don't know. When everybody leans one way, I always look at the other direction about what they're missing. Are they at the 52 week? Their 52-week high is 184.48. So they could go up and test it again. I haven't seen any leak news. I hope that contract did not. I think it hit 55 and it came back down. Yep, back at 45. But why did it come back down? It's coming back down because we can see that order block. Again, if I wasn't in the mogul, I wasn't using my mogul algo, I'd be looking here and going, Why isn't it going up to the next level of resistance or level like here that was green or here and it's turning down right here? I'm just like kind of dumbfounded other than looking to the left. But if I got the algo on, I can see where the sellers are at. They're here, they're here. That's where they previously broke down. They got to get through that selling block to keep going higher. But it takes some of the mystery out of why your contract prices change. And there we go. It got 60. Okay. It hit target 40 to 60. We're at 65. Boom, it's getting through that order block. So that was another, and they beat it. So we got to change the character. Boom, we should go up here and test. So TP1 was there at $60. Your TP2 would be like $100. Let's see if we get a TP2. It's got to push though. Buyers got to come in. Go back and test the high. Got over that zone. Closed above. Entry. Boom. Oh, I took the algo off of here, so let's cut it back on so we can see. Yeah, that's the weak high. That's the zone. That's where you got sellers right there. So if you got in at 40 or 45 on the 64.90 and we're at 65, I mean, you're good to close. That was $20. All right, looks like it. See, the XPX is giving me, if you're looking here, should I stay in my SPY or is it going to come down? Watching both helps. Again, this is on the 5 minute, SPY is on the 5 minute, SPX is on the 1 minute. So SPY should, if SPX can keep pushing up, my SPY should keep pushing up. And again, this is why I like the pullbacks better. Look at how much money was made in the 1 minute, 2 minute drop versus 5, 6 minutes of a call. Make the money is just so much better on the drop than the climb up. So I'm not a bear, but I do love puts because they just pay better. This is why I'll look for the put versus this particular move because this one's gonna take longer and trying to get the profit to pay out. We saw it go to 600 in a minute, and now we're looking at the contract just trying to get 20 or $30 because it's struggling to go higher. And with Nvidia, having earnings swinging, probably those contracts are probably going to be super high. But if you look at the trend on SPX, it if you look at yesterday to today, if you we put this on a daily, it just likes to pop up. And so we're hitting highs. So I thought to swing the SPX call to today, like to get the high and then the pullback, because Wednesdays are usually bearish. But we just popped up and stayed fairly up. And again, it's me not having a bias, but just watching the trend of how SPX works every day. It just opens higher. And so if I traded a put, and it's in a sequence. Let me see if I can show y'all guys. Let's take this and then put it on a daily. Yeah. Yeah. Here's Friday. Monday open was 62.71. Close was 63.29. This one open lower. This one open higher. So we had this one closed at 62.99. Hold up. 62.99. We opened at 63.09. Closed at 63.39. Open at 63.55. Closed at 63.73. Opened at 63.95. Like it just some of the sequence or some of the like when it's trending, like it's trending up. This looks like a trend up. So I'm like, are we gonna break structure with Nvidia? Is Nvidia gonna take this to all-time highs on the market? Would I go SPX or SPY? It depends on the contract. So the calls on SPX, let's just say 6,500. That's $1,570 to swing the SPX. A little pricey. So let's go to SPY. And let's see about a swing on SPY with the calls, you get about $200 right in the money. Or if you do the 650, it's 107. Um, but the theta's still gonna eat you up. But if that's if the market's going to pump tomorrow due to or after hours for Nvidia. You still got a 15-minute grace period to close the contract if you get in at the end of the day. Let's check these contracts. So those were $60. Now they're 70 and 75. The 65, 85 or 650. So it's still green. Again, that's the target, but I probably would have got out on that wick here. Oh, let me drop back to the 1 minute. Because we hit that demand. See that sell zone right there? I would have took my profit right there. I'm not gonna wait here because we got 15 minutes left. Can a lot happen in 15 minutes? Yes, it can spike, run up. But most of the time, I just like to secure my money. And then I'm kind of debating because it's 2:45 now. I can't get back into any 0 days. I can only get tomorrow's expirations now, and those are gonna be a little more pricey. Did anybody get in? Anybody holding anything so we can watch it and see what suggestion we will have for it? No,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Abra.
Okay. I didn't. I'm just now. I didn't know that you was doing this. I was just sort of flipping through because I was just. I'm feeling like I'm starting to get back good in the market. But
Good.
seeing somebody do, I think it was a SPYW.
That's the one in Robin Hood.
Oh, you can only do that on Robinhood.
Well, no, it's the same. It's just how it's labeled in Robinhood. You will see SPX if you're in Webull, and then if you go to Robinhood, it's gonna say SPXW. But yeah, it's the same.
Okay, because I see somebody had a 500 some percent off of uh the one with the W, and I thought,
Mm-hmm.
how in the world do they get that?
No, it's the
But
one over. It's just how it's labeled in Robinhood.
oh, okay, okay, all right. Right now, are you looking to do a swing?
I'm not. It's fairly risky. So I'm not gonna swing anything. I'll probably paper trade NVIDIA calls and puts and not to swing. The theta on SPY right now is just so pricey. Like unless you're in the money and it makes a big move, holding it overnight when we open back up the next day is not it doesn't give me as much gain over the risk. So it's just
Okay,
for me it's just best to just trade it the next day.
okay. I see somebody said they doing SOFI
Yeah,
puts.
SoFi puts. I'm not bearish on SoFi just yet. It can go down, but it's still trending. Like I think it's gonna find some support. It's been holding right here at the 24 90 and then 24.5. So I'm bullish on them short term. Short term put, long term I'm still long. But y'all know this is my favorite thing right here. Like I love SoFi. It's just been a banger since I listened to their earnings call. They're about to double bottom, so I'd let them get back to right here, this 24.90, and then back to the upside. Let's look at them on a 1 hour, 4 hour. Yeah,
Are
I
you
just
trying
think that we got a little buy zone right here, the
to
85, and since they hit their 50, they hit another 52-week high. So again, like I said in the beginning of the call, any company,
Thank you.
ETF, once they get their 52-week high, there's going to be some profit taken. But I'm still long on them. Like I want this. I think the farthest out you can get is a $40 for January. I like it because I called the 20 back in May. And that one's like, had I bought that one and just held it to now, that would have paid for Christmas. It's like $80. They're now up to like, they were up to like 600 and some dollars, and those contracts don't expire until January.
That seems awesome. So, do you do more than one contract when you do that?
You can, and then spread them out. It just depends on what you can afford and how long. When you want to take that profit, but I like looking at good swing trades like that. And we're going to go into, so like right now, what's my plan? I want to see how August and September plays out, see if we can get some lows because going into the end of the year, if we look at the equity clock, and it's just the seasonality of SPX. Come on. Here's August, kind of flat. Get a little bit September, pop mid-September, pull back in October. So this is where I want to have all my capital. Right at the beginning of October, when everything's turning red, I want to be ready to start buying because what? We get that Santa Claus rally. Do I still think we're gonna have it? Yeah. It's Trump in office. He's not gonna let this thing look crazy. We may get some pullbacks, but he's not gonna let anything crazy happen. And then we'll possibly get like an interest rate cut before Jerome Powell gets out of here, but he can really just keep coming up saying nothing until he retires. But this is what I'm looking for here. That last 3 month pump, and you can just get you some swing 3 month out, hold those, and then close them out at Christmas vacations, things like that. There is, we're on the 1 minute. Hold on.
Do they like to run SPY up in the last hour?
They do, but it's
Yeah.
real quick. That's why I say like go ahead and put your sale contract in because it'll whipsaw in and out very fast. But it took out that demand zone like with a wick. There is that wick. We weren't watching it, but it did come right back to the week high. And SPY got up there. I don't know if it didn't if it made a new high with that wick. Yeah, right with that wick, 647.36. So now it'll probably be done now. You still got 8 more minutes in the market. That's why I say this is speed dating. You're not marrying that play because we've seen multiple setups. We saw the put, then a call. Now it could get back bearish in the last 8 minutes. Like if you're swinging a contract and you'll be like, I don't know what spot I want to do. I don't know what the market is doing because it done went 3 ways in the last 15 minutes. See, there's the pullback. So people will be swinging a call, and then the stop loss will get hit right here. And they're like, dang it, I know it's going to be bullish for tomorrow, but the market makers can see your contracts. They can see your stop losses. So they just read the data, push it down to the stop losses, kill everybody's stop loss, pop it back up. But it's not a mystery, but it's coming right back down to where we got above for the push up. So now if it's bearish, it needs to drop below that to have a put. But I'm not gonna swing anything. I'm gonna watch from the sidelines, but it's so 50-50. And sometimes I have kind of like a little insider information or I feel a certain way about a particular company or with the CEO. But with Nvidia, it could really go either way right now. But whichever way it goes, as long as it's not flat, it's gonna move. It should have a strong effect on SPY and the Qs. That's what I should have looked at. Ooh. Sell short, trim your short, buy long. We got the buy long print on the QQQ and we could have rolled it all the way up.
How often do you do these power hours?
I just started because I was seeing the profit level, so I just asked the group that they want to hop on. So I'll start to try to do these more as people show up.
Okay.
I hadn't done them in like a month or it's been a while. It's been like over 2 months because Mermaid Gardner, I can't but think who else gets on. It's only like a couple of us, like a few months back, and we all were trading. I think NQ, SPX, and I was inspired. And we all like printed big, so probably bring these back. So it's just easier than just looking at the market throughout the day.
Yeah, I agree. And
Omar,
you
this
know how I've been sick a lot, so I
Omar,
was just like, I
my back
love doing this,
Yeah,
so I appreciate
for
that.
start moving to stop. It's
but
called
thank you.
instant. If you
Let's
this
see. I
far up
gotta
there, you went back
let
in,
me mute some of
start
it
coming
on.
across so they can see
Just
you and they slow
exit.
down.
But yeah, but yeah, if you guys still show up, I'll keep bringing it to you guys. I hope y'all like it. Y'all see it. Okay, Qs are moving up. We had some buyers right there pushing SPY back up as well. SPY's gonna hit another high again. It's gonna break through here. That's that last minute pump. And see if it gonna hold long through it or it's out of steam. But yeah, that's it for it again. As long as I'm available and you guys want to hop on, we can keep looking at it and keep building out Power Hour. Get you guys stronger in Power Hour. I know the morning is the same as people say don't trade the first 30 minutes of the market. Sometimes I tell you guys, hey, I'm waiting on that 9 a.m. It's the same, system for if you were trading Power Hour. They say don't trade Power Hour. But as long as you have a system in place and you stick to those rules, again, I've gotten clapped at Power Hour because I held a play too long. Again, if you were in the put here when we first was looking at it, you've gotten clapped back out of it if you were holding too long. It was really you had to be in, take your profit, get back out, see the change of course, change of character, and we see it's reversing, would have got back into a call. So that V recovery took the next direction. Okay, gotcha. So that's it. We got 3 more minutes. We'll see how they play out. Does it run up, run down? Because again, sometimes at the last hours we get that kind of like extreme dollar or two push, but we do have news coming, and I don't think they want to sway people on either side. But Q's look strong. It is hitting that sell block.
Do the mogul indicator, how much of that did you use to make your decision on getting in and get out?
It's like a 50-50 because I'm usually already having my bias and then I'll come over here for more confluence. So it's not my total support. And that's what I want you guys to remember and how you're using any of the indicators. It's not your end all be all, it's not your ultimate holy grail. This is to confirm what you're already seeing on the chart. So if I was bearish, and I want to come in and be bearish. This is giving me more confluence because there is a sell block right there. And if we break below the level right here, that green line, I know I'm getting more confluence, but they're going to be buyers right here. So it's just helping you build a narrative about what direction you want to go in. And then if it pops up a sell short, I know it's giving me a even stronger direction of a play. If I cut it back on over here, because I think I got it off. Oh no, it's on. Okay. I haven't gotten a sell block, but again, I was already saying I see the sell block. This is where the bear sentiment come in. So it just helps you get more confirmation and build your confidence.
Yeah, the blocks I like those. How, what's that called as an
I
indicator?
believe Sky the well, see, I don't know how Sky formulated it. I think they're fair value gaps, but they don't show up the same way as I have them. As one of the fair value gaps that I had. I'd have to ask Sky how those demand blocks are built out.
Okay.
But we got one more minute, guys. So we got to push down to demand. That was a good move. See if it's going to take out demand. But again, we hit that high, selling down. If you were in a put, holding it to the end of the day, it would have printed well for you. I don't think they're going to do anything super crazy until the Nvidia news comes out, but it did pull back. Any more questions before we get off? You're
No,
welcome.
thank you, Chaz.
All right. Well, I'll get this rendered and get it over. It'll probably be a YouTube link for us to see or something. I might unlist it. I don't know. I gotta get the stuff set up, but I will get it to you guys. Y'all have a good day. How do I stop? All right.